Greetings, viewers! It is I, AHM1K. Welcome to my live stream.
Did you enjoy that intro, people? It's my new text-to-speech software. It's called Hunter.
Hello!
Hello, viewers. This is the Transformers United live stream, where we will reflect on Season 2, because we are a intelligible community of people here. Joining us in our community, we have founder of Transformers United, Lockbot CRM.
Hi!
To my right, we have the voice of Sunstreaker and Breakdown, and co-star of The Life of Prime. Say hi. Shalom.
What, it's not working?
It just says it's not working.
Oh, damn. Wait.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hello!
You are
Hi.
live.
But yes, I see the word live, but my computer said that my microphone wasn't working for a second. But then I heard an echo. I'm just like, oh, wait, yes, it is. I'm still here.
It sounds like it's working.
Working great.
Introduce you.
Yay. I'm 01 Trans Fan. I voice Mirage and Blackjack.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Now have a gaggle of people here.
I'm only actually seeing the three of us.
Oh, because
Stealthabot's on his way, he tells me on the book face.
yeah, Stealthabot on the way, and then
On your Facebook wall?
yes,
Yeah.
and then the other individual just is not on their own profile. They're just sitting next.
It's like it's like an old woman, right? Like,
On the Facebook wall, Margaret left a recipe and now I can't find it.
God, your voices.
All those voices, they talk to him in his sleep.
oh yeah, everybody, like every voice I do, it rattles around in my head all the time. Donald Trump, Obama, whatever that old woman one was. Got Starscream, Ironhide, both versions, the dumb one and the normal one. Just everybody. It's a mess.
JK, you're mine now.
And now you're trying to drown it. Jesus.
It ran into the water. Thank you very much. It defended itself.
I'm gonna.
Oh my. Stealth, what are you doing with your life? He's messaging me on Facebook. So he needs to just go ahead and bite the bullet and get in here.
You trying to kill me?
What does the live chat mean?
The live chat is everybody saying, hi, I'm a big fan.
Hi.
I think your parents need to think of different names because I'm a big fan is apparently very common.
It's also a weird name.
It comes from Greek descent. Did you not know that?
Introduce yourself to the class. Hi, my name's a big fan. My parents were
This is
inebriated.
first
when I
name
was
Ima, last name Big Fan.
Definitely, though. My parents were inebriated when naming me. This is not
My
uncommon.
parents are crack addicts.
Wow. That went from 0 to 10 real fast. So yeah, to the live chat people, this is an interactive stream. We do that all the time. Most of our streams are interactive. We will be watching the chat to see what you're saying, and if it's cool, if you ask us a question or if you are contributing to the conversation, we will shout you out and we will answer your questions. That's the way it tends to go.
Yes. ask questions. They can.
Please, we will have questions to ask the audience, and we'll go
ask
around
questions
discussing
to
it.
specific cast members too, if you'd like.
Yeah,
If
you
they
can
happen
ask
to
us.
be
You can
here.
ask us all kinds of stuff.
Oh.
And if you forget who we are, just ask, and we'll tell you. Because I'm just speaking for myself. I'm pretty forgettable.
Yeah.
Oh, I have the worst memory known to man.
Stealth says the link's not working.
Oh no.
Go to Hangouts and you will find Link.
He's in Hangouts. He's working through his phone.
Well, there's the problem.
Why you do the phone?
There's a problem right there. The pipe's leaking. Can't do that.
Liquid nitrogen.
Leaking lubricants.
Kyle, can you invite people through to the live stream in itself?
Perhaps.
Ooh, stop motion freak. Great question. Will the Combaticons be in United? I'm just gonna say this, and you can derive the answer from what I'm about to say. The Combaticons are my favorite combiner team, and I write United, so there you go.
Do with that what you will.
And you can determine from that as well, if just hypothetically, if they are going to be in United, it's not going to be like a little cameo type thing. It hypothetically will be a pretty big part of the story. Hypothetically, TM. Trademark. Little C in a circle. Copyright.
It's only hearsay at this point.
That's right. It's just rumors.
Oh, Control C.
So it looks like Coolerite is in the chat. Not the live chat, as in the Hangout chat,
Well, that means
where all this is starting from.
in the things, and there we go.
So perhaps we'll get our Alpha Bravo voice in here.
Ooh.
Perhaps. There we go. Now I just directly added Stealthbot.
Hey, there you go.
There you go.
Hey.
Hey, he's in.
It's about freaking time it worked. Jeez.
You know what? Every time you try to use your phone, it seems to do that. You think they'd fix that by now.
For an iPhone, but no. God forbid.
Well, they slow down older phones, so.
You know what we need to do? We need to punch Google square in the throat.
Yes, but
I'm gonna find Mr.
Pass
Google.
on the Who Can't Internet mantle onto Stealthbot here.
I can't do anything right. You know?
Well, specifically,
Maybe it's just me. Maybe Google just solely
don't-
hates me.
Google hates everyone. Have you seen all this stuff going around about the Google Home, how it records you?
Big brother.
Google's just like, bruh, just forget your privacy. I'm gonna listen to you all the time.
It's the beginning of Big Brother.
It really is.
Especially if the net neutrality repeal fully is enacted. But
You know,
we do.
as an adult, I know this is not Transformers at all. So just bear with me for a second. As an adult who can vote, I don't often email my representative, but I did email my representative about the whole internet neutrality thing. And we're a conservative state, and surprisingly, she's in favor of the repeal, and some of the reasons she gave were pretty compelling. So I'm just saying, who knows? It might not be a bad thing.
we'll have to see. I mean, net neutrality wasn't around before 2015.
Judging by what I've heard and what I know of that whole thing, I'm not really a fan of the repeal. But, I mean, I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. We should probably not talk about politics and instead talk about Transformers, because we're a bunch of pathetic nerds on the internet.
Yeah.
Connor, do you enjoy?
So,
I mean,
Kyle says, "Hey, AHM1K."
What?
Somebody says hey to you, and his name's Julian. Say hi back to Julian, Kyle. Don't be rude.
Shalom.
Be good for Julian.
Stop Motion Freaks coming at us with two other questions. He says, first, will you use after United?
What?
Will you make another series after United?
Another series?
Yeah.
No, I don't like deadlines.
But would you care to talk about our... What's up, Marvelous Prime? Hey, good to see you. You want to talk about the project that we've been trying to throw together?
I will give a brief overview. A comedy movie.
Woo! Yes.
It was brief, just as I promised.
Live action or stop motion?
Oh, live action. I mean,
Oh.
it's going to be just a stop motion.
It's both.
It's supposed ideally it's both. I don't want to speak
Oh
for
God.
you.
Okay.
Who is calling? Oh, I hate them.
Wait,
But, like the idea is we do stop motion Transformers characters, and then we green screen
Yourselves
me,
into it.
Kyle, and Connor in as the human characters.
Oh man, that sounds intense.
I was actually.
He gets to be Chip Chase,
I get to
What
be
were you
Chip
about to say,
Chase.
Connor?
and I know Connor here.
That's
Chip Chase. Speak up.
Oh,
What?
Wait, what were you about to say, Dakota?
I had something to say, but I didn't want to interrupt.
go ahead.
Speak.
Floor's yours. Blah.
Oh, me? Oh, okay.
Yes.
I was about to say that's really funny because I was actually thinking about doing something similar, but like completely the opposite, like working with like real life humans and sets, and then green screening in the stop motion stuff.
I think that's. Is that the same premise or oh, no.
It's all along the same line, and it's all very difficult.
Well, yeah, I can imagine.
Because our Wi-Fi is so bad.
Yeah, I'm not that daring, and I don't have that kind of equipment, so I can't even.
To be
do
fair,
one
I'm just
stop-
working with an iPhone.
I can't even do one stop motion series. What makes you think I can do live action and stop motion in the same big bundle?
Ba-da-ba.
Oh,
One more question.
I think you can.
I want to catch up with the chat here, if y'all don't mind. Stop Motion Freak wants to know: will Starscream return? Yes, Starscream will return.
Spoilers.
as a corpse.
Wild Wolf 22 says hey to Kyle and myself. Hello, and SJG Prime wants to know if he can join.
Oh yeah, that one character that you guys killed off for no good reason other than to piss off Silverbolt. Yeah, let him join.
His death was a necessary sacrifice.
For the cast, he can join.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, let him in.
I'm gonna have to.
how am I going to send him the link now? Is the question.
I could send the link to him via Instagram.
Please
Do that.
Do that.
I will do.
MK, I don't see your question. Oh. So why didn't you put move in the episode? I don't know.
Move?
No, it's got a bad word in it, and I don't want to get your channel stricken because YouTube these days is so bad.
Just spell it out one letter at a time without saying the complete word.
B-I
Kind of.
move
There we go.
B-I. You got it?
We're playing Words of
I
Friends
told
now.
him before,
B-I.
wasn't going to make the cut. It was just funny to hear.
Hey. Marvelous Prime wants to know if we'll ever bring Starsaber or Overlord into a future project.
I don't have either of them.
I have Overlord, and I'm trying to convince Kyle to get him because I've got a lot of good ideas about Overlord.
Do Overlord ideas yourself.
I'm working on it, but I suck at stop motion.
I don't want to buy more toys.
Well,
He
if
said
you make the
that
move,
buys more toys.
if you make the move like you seem to think you are, we can just share.
Wait, what? The move? What
We're
is this
gonna share-
move?
Yeah. Move on.
Next question: will Silverbolt become good again? Stop motion freak.
Should I answer this question?
Or
Or
You
do
can
I not
answer
even
it as
know?
vaguely as you'd prefer.
I don't.
Vague.
To tell you the truth, I don't even know for sure yet, and I don't know what he means by become good again.
He's a bad guy.
Like, you mean like will Cyclonus turn back into Silverbolt, or will Cyclonus actually fight for the good side? Like, you have to be a little more specific on that one.
Yeah. Stop motion freak, hit us up with some clarification on that because there's a lot that we could. Anyway, people are saying to bring Scourge into it.
Which one?
I don't have
The
a
one
screen.
from Car Robots?
The Cybertron one or the regular one?
Or the Car Robots one, which is my personal favorite.
I don't have this Scourge they talk about. But
Wild Wolf says that we should do Nemesis Prime.
Yes, please.
Marvelous Prime wants to know if we'll make a sequel to Transformers United. No, we're not going to do a sequel.
The plan is that when it's finished, it will be.
Yeah, we won't leave any loose ends. We're going to finish it and make sure that all the story elements are tied up in a nice, neat bow, and you're going to know that it's the end and everything's good.
So you're gonna wrap everything up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Marvelous Prime. How much damage will Cyclonus cause the Autobots team later on in the series? Well, that seems
Marvelous Prime. Just wait. The episodes will come eventually, all in good time.
just wait and see.
Laser Daz. No.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
No.
Wait, what? Wait, what? What did Laser Dad say? I can't see the chat.
He wants to know if a robot will come out gay.
I mean,
No.
Utmost certainty. No.
Stop motion freak clarifies. Will Cyclonus turn back into Silverbolt? Question mark.
Can I say what I think, even though I don't know for sure?
Yeah, you can say whatever you think.
You really?
I think that, at least from the way we saw it in that one episode where Megatron's subconscious sort of came in through Cyclonus's perception of reality and like that mental thing that was going on with him, it looked like the Silverbolt personality is still inside Cyclonus. It's like Cyclonus is like a deviation of Silverbolt's personality, like the evil version of Silverbolt. Whether or not Cyclonus will physically turn back into Silverbolt, I'm not so sure, because it looked like Cyclonus sort of rejected that Silverbolt alter ego completely. So I think that Cyclonus will stay Cyclonus from what I can tell. I don't have any future insight on the series, but from what I can tell, I wouldn't get my hopes up for Cyclonus turning back into Silverbolt.
All right. And I cannot comment on any of that.
Hunter, do you want to ask one of your questions?
Yeah, I will in a minute once we throw down here. They're asking if we can bring in Galvatron. Wait and see. We might not.
We might not. We don't like to do the standard and predictable.
Because we really have everything planned out till the end. I can just say that. And I don't want to spoil anything because Transformers United, while it pays homage, and we'll talk about some of the really neat Easter eggs, while it pays homage to G1, I myself definitely, and Kyle as well, we want to make sure that we kind of flip the script a little bit and do things you're not expecting. So when you say bring in Galvatron, you may have an idea of who Galvatron is as a character that is completely different from what we would imagine he would be like. So, at this point, just wait and see. We'll ask, because a lot of people are throwing out. We'll ask a question later on. We want to know what characters you guys are interested in seeing, but in terms of what we do, it tends to be a little bit different than what you'd expect. So I'll say that. What's another one? Did Alpha Bravo really died? Yes, he did died.
Did he really died?
It was an
Did he
impact
really
hard
die?
and broke his neck.
Yeah, Cyclonus punched him so hard, snapped his neck.
Never mind.
What?
It sound like on my end. It sounded like Hunter said Alpha Bravo really like.
The question reads, did Alpha Bravo really died?
Oh, okay.
So
I
just
was
read it the way-
like, wait, why did you say it like that?
I just read it the way it's written. People are asking to do a Beast Wars series. People saying United is great. Thank you so much.
No, it's not. It's trash. What do you guys think?
Oh,
Series though.
At least they made it.
we need more countdown, is what people say.
We need more countdown. Well, countdown just went to the restroom.
All right, so we'll go ahead
Did he
and
bring in
ask a
some
question.
contraband?
What?
Did he bring some contraband
wait,
in
what?
with him?
Well, he's been right here and he's had stuff he's playing with. It could be contraband.
Hey.
I mean, he's been kind of just like showing me. He's been looking at the live chat too and showing me comments. That's how I knew about the coming out one.
Marvelous Prime. I can say, as of now, we have no plans for Optimus Prime at all.
Or maybe we.
That might be for the That might be for the better, to be honest.
Well,
I mean,
I
I have a Rodimus figure I would like to use for maybe like an expanded universe video.
yeah.
Maybe, but not as Rodimus Prime or anything like that.
Yeah. Main story wise, he hasn't even been like somebody in the back of my head that I've thought.
Yeah.
I've thought like definitely we want to put him in there. No, I haven't even really thought about him. So we'll ask a question. We'll go around and we'll start out with our we'll start out with one of our I'm just gonna ask it and we'll see if the comments explode or not. What are your thoughts on United so far? Like, and I'm not just looking for, oh, it's good, or oh yeah, it's not good. I like specific, like this is feedback for us. We want to know what you think about it and what you like about it and what you don't.
Perhaps things you like and things you don't like. If you're saying like don't have Kyle film it anymore, that would be good to know.
No.
Yes, please don't have Kyle film it anymore.
No, because then it won't happen.
No, but Hunter has to film it. Obviously,
Yeah,
he's
no.
a far better style.
I am starting to like this idea.
It'll be terrible.
Wait, is this for us or is this?
Right now, I'm having a hard time hearing you guys.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, well, just to recap, I suggested that Kyle just quit filming and have Hunter do everything.
People are saying, people are saying could have some improvements. Certain things need to be more explained. I will touch on that. When we're writing, Kyle and I often talk about. Coolerite says it's garbage. In 17,
Well, I
it
mean,
just opened up
consider
with-
the source.
Yeah. Okay. In 17, it just opened up with the aerial bots on Cybertron with no explanation at all. Okay. So when Kyle and I are writing, we really try to make sure that we're not over-explaining things.
I don't like when the episodes are too dialogue heavy.
Yeah, absolutely. Film is a visual medium. We want you to be able to see and derive information from what is happening rather than have Optimus turn to the camera and say, it's Cybertron and the war's happening. Like, we really want it to be a film. Like, we want you to see things.
I can't help it, sorry.
The war. Yes. So I feel like we've done a good job of explaining things through visual telling. Like we'll do the captions. It's like it says, Cybertron, the Great War is what it says at the start of episode 17. So you know you're on Cybertron and it's during the Great War. So that happens before Optimus and the Autobots and the Decepticons reach Earth. So like things like that
happens in this series, it will specify the Great War.
Yeah.
Do you guys mind if I maybe perhaps try to provide clarification on what I think that comment was trying to say?
Go ahead.
I think that they were like talking about the fact that that episode, the prequel episode, and even the Soundwave episode, they kind of felt like sudden.
Yeah.
Like you didn't realize that these character arcs were going to be explained at the time they were. Like it just felt like, oh, why did they go to this all of a sudden? When there's no build up to the fact that you're going to delve into the backstory at the time you release that episode. What I'd maybe suggest to remedy this situation is perhaps release episode trailers. Like do like a sneak peek at the episode that's yet to come, like an actual television series. Like you know how sometimes they do prequel or backstory episodes, but they kind of allude to the fact that a backstory episode is coming in the previous episode and in a trailer leading up to that episode.
Yeah.
Well, we actually were going to do that, but then, just circumstances.
Yeah.
So now we're just going to save that trailer for the finale. Next episode. Watch the next episode.
So we'll do a better job of explaining what goes on. Like our formula right now is if it opens up, usually it opens up on an establishing shot, and there's text that says where you are and like when you are. And I assumed that was enough, but now it seems it's not. So we can try to explain some of that stuff a little bit better if people are kind of lost in terms of the timeline. But episode 17 is a flashback. It's Silverbolt's flashback, really, is why Silverbolt is the way he is. And it happens during the Great War, before the Autobots and the Decepticons even leave Cybertron. It actually happens right before. It happens around the time that the Ark and the Nemesis launch to head to Earth. So that's when that happens. The Soundwave flashback happens through it happens in different stages, and we'll talk about. I want to talk about Soundwave's timeline during this live stream, but we'll do a better job of explaining that. So sorry if you were confused.
Apologies. I don't know. While we're on the subject of flashbacks, I have to point out I really personally enjoyed the Silverbolt flashback episode. Personally,
I agree.
It's my favorite one because it really just sums up the whole point of like, here's what we were doing since episode 1, and then steering you to this exact point that Silverbolt becomes Soundwave or Cyclonus.
Yeah.
Whoops.
But I really enjoyed that episode because it really just showed like, hey, look, this is what we've been kind of alluding to since episode 1. And we finally got to that point.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Future improvements could be focused on more characters and backstory.
Oh God, more characters.
Yeah.
Not more.
Focus more on characters and their backstory. We really try to do that, but we understand some things are kept secret. Because it's not time for the audience to learn them yet. You were you're learning these characters, and people say all the time, they're like, I just hate Silverbolt and I don't know why. That's actually, or Cyclonus now, that's actually the feeling we want you to have. We want you to hate him and not know why, and then we want to reveal to you later on why you hate him. Like that's kind of what we're trying to do. So I will say, if you're a little confused at backstory, we plan on getting there. Obviously it's a work in progress, so just bear with us.
You are intentionally confused.
Yes, we confuse you on purpose. Laser Daz says,
keep watching more. Watch Transformers United in its entirety.
Do it. Laser Daz says, the story has development, but you rely too much on making robots move by editing. You should try to make most of it stop motion animated as much as possible. It looks fake when the robots move around the screen.
What? Like what?
Oh, like the digital transition stuff that you have done over the course of your advancement in editing with Magix and Adobe Premiere and
Admittedly,
Adobe
not
After
to sound
Effects.
rude, but that is my preferred style. So I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
do
and
less of that.
I was gonna comment on that. Like, each animator, or at least from my perspective, each stop motion animator or content creator wants to have a unique feel to their videos. They want to do something that kind of makes their particular channel and their particular style sort of stand out in a way that nobody else kind of does it the way that they do. And I think that the way that Kyle edits his videos, while there can be a couple of glitches here and there, it's a very intricate process at doing it, and it does have a cool result in some situations. And I think that the more he does it, the better he gets at it. So I actually kind of like it, and I hope to see it a little bit more.
Testify, Stealthabot. Testify.
Ooh! Laserdaz also says the camera shots are very tight on the robots in the fight scenes. He says, give those punches some air to breathe. I will say, and I'll let Kyle say, I don't know if you have ever tried to film these combiners. Mine fall over on the shelf, and I don't even try to do anything with them. They're just standing there, and they fall over. It is really hard to get wide shots without them falling over, because most of the time, I know Kyle is supporting these combiners, and even the Transformers themselves, he's supporting them in a way that you can't have a whole shot, because he's got his hand on one of their legs, because they fall over all the time.
Hands and clamps.
It's tough, but it's
Agreed. Considering I had to try and shoot the one stop motion that was actually a success on my channel, the Protectabots, that was a nightmare to shoot because the figure would constantly fall over. So with smaller figures, with figures that actually have solid joints and better stability and actual feet that can sort of tilt and position, it's a lot easier. But for bigger, more cumbersome toys, it's not as easy as it sounds.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty. I'd say I'm fairly decent at getting the wide shots when it's like the standard figures, but the combiners, the horrible things that come from my mouth when I'm filming them.
Yeah,
because they fall over and then I have a fit.
Yep. Another critique. Marvelous Prime says he's asking not to put as much, but I would say, and I've noticed it too, but it's just the way it goes. Lowering the volume on some of the moving sound effects, sometimes it's hard to hear what the characters are saying over the movement sounds.
I agree with that. Hunter,
sometimes they actually hurt my ears
really
a little bit.
Foley needs to go down, is what we're saying.
Oh yeah, no, I was just saying. That's my defense.
No.
I was just saying, you saw how that was.
It's really hard to edit audio, too.
It really is.
I just realized my mic was muted.
Wow.
Yeah.
Welcome to the stream. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm SJG Prime Productions, or Steven JG. That's about it. I'm the guy who died. I voice Slingshot, and I will be doing other voices.
Who else did you voice for United?
Kyle, your mom says to use Play-Doh to hold their feet steady so they won't have to hear you freak out.
When your mom has better stop motion advice.
No, I and that's it.
What
Literally
an
all of us.
obscure reference. You decide to say Lego.
That's great.
I refuse to use Play-Doh.
Fine.
I like how she
Put
doesn't
a
even
silly
write your
putty or
full
something.
name. She just writes KY.
Kai.
That's sweet.
How's it doing, my little Kai?
Sean wants to know what happened to Optimus. He left. Where did he go? Did I miss something?
He ran away.
Yeah, you go back a couple episodes. You'll find it.
He disappeared into another plot line.
Yeah, he did actually.
Episode 18.
Not to be confused with a plot hole in a Michael Bay movie.
No, here's the deal. Actually,
I said not to be confused. I wasn't saying to be confused. Damn it! Don't jump.
no.
No,
I
I'm
didn't-
saying ooh to the movies, not to Kyle.
You say Optimus left. Where did he go? That's all the information the audience has at this point. Optimus is gone. No one knows where he is. The Autobots have no idea where he is. We're waiting to find out. I know where he is. Spoiler alert. I know where he is, but everybody else,
the creator knows what happens to a character.
everybody else is trying to figure out where he is. Ironhide and the Autobots are actively looking for him, and yeah, you're not supposed to know where he is yet.
How dare you know where he is, Hunter? How dare you?
Well, I
Expose
can't.
his
How
location to us
secrets
now.
from us.
All right, he's at Chuck E. Cheese. I'm sorry. That's where he went. He needed a break.
Bastard.
I just need to take a rest.
Wait, guys, let's be real. What if Silverbolt, Cyclonus, perhaps if he just went to a Chuck E. Cheese, got some pizza and stuff, maybe he'd come back as Silverbolt. Maybe it would all be fine.
No, he'd still be Cyclonus because he wouldn't have enough tokens to get the prize he wants.
He's so mad.
Listen, I know you're mad, but you really need to try out this pizza.
I hate pizza. Actually, candid, that is total bullshit. I love pizza. If I were Cyclonus and someone gave me a Cyclonus pizza, I'd revert right back. That or puppies, one or the other. I'm sorry, I'm a wimp. Keep going.
Marvelous Prime says,
And then you ask
how many
what's on it,
episodes are
and they say
left?
pineapple, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna kill you now.
Oh, that's when I'd revert back. If they put pineapple on it.
Marvelous Prime wants to know how many episodes are left, and do we plan on making United into a full-length movie?
Oh, God.
Say that again, Connor. That testify to that. Never.
I can't even remember. We decided at one point how many episodes. Season 1 had 10 episodes. Season 2 had 14, and I think for season 3 we were going to do 10 at most.
I would say we could shorten that down, honestly.
Yeah, season 2 is our longest season, so at most 10 episodes in season 3, and that's probably an overestimation. And no, we're not going to do a full-length movie. It's better in episode format.
Like, I get
How
the
would you
idea
feel
of
if
like
someone
having
took
it
all
as a
the
movie.
episodes- How would you feel if someone took all the episodes and edited it into a movie for you? Would you be happy with that, or displeased?
Yeah, if we let Kyle upload it, because he did all the work, really. So.
Dibs on that job.
Oh, I wouldn't want that job. You can take it.
Yeah, if you
Mark
wanted-
says that he doesn't like the mouths moving in a few episodes. Well, that's okay, because that we don't do that
That
anymore.
doesn't happen anymore.
That whole story is a software that
The
just
what?
completely
Wait, the what?
decided to become a virus.
When they had, like, the mouth animations back in season 1.
Oh, God, those horrific things.
Well, it was cool because no one else was doing it, but then the software decided that it wanted to be a virus.
Yeah.
Oh, God, really? That's what
Well,
happened?
it wasn't really a virus. It's just my computer kept telling me it was a virus, so it deleted it.
Oh,
I really
just
don't like the way that it
honest
looks.
to God, I just thought you got tired of doing it and you just felt lazy and gave up. Because that's what I would have done.
Man, that's what I would have done, but it didn't really give me a choice.
I just really don't like the look of it. Just like a gaping hole
It
that,
just kind of
that leads to nothingness.
It looks like Henry Cavill in Justice League. It
Yes.
just looks like something out of the Uncanny Valley.
Admittedly, it's supposed to look better. I hadn't had it long enough to actually get good at it.
Yeah, I think it
No,
looks better without it.
no.
Stick to the digital
does look-
transition stuff. That looks cool.
It would have been awkward if you used that animation on like Shockwave or Soundwaves, and then it's just like this single. You just see like Soundwaves,
a mouth in the middle of Shockwave's optic, and
you just see like Soundwave just have this like little flap that goes up and down as he talks.
Gross.
no, where his optics are, like where his visor thing is. That's his mouth.
Oh no! His head just goes up and down.
Oh yeah.
How
Like I
much
used
do you
to
love
shoot
making
stop
the
motion.
expanded universes? Why do you make them?
Oh yeah, we missed that question. That's a good one. Let me read it again. Sorry.
How much do you love making the expanded universe episodes? Why do you make them?
I love the expanded universe. It's my brainchild. But it's fun to do, and I like it. What inspires them really is the fact that they're all the characters that I would love to use, but they just don't fit into the main storyline.
I think you were the first person to do an expanded universe.
Maybe?
I think you two were.
Maybe, but
Yeah, you may have been.
I'm not
You
sure.
may have
Actually-
been the first.
Oh wait, no, you were the first. Because I was about to say on Crosshair's Productions, because he has his own expanded universe for Transformers Ascension. But no, you came before that.
Sweet.
When a bigger YouTuber rips you off because you have a good idea.
Whoa!
Well, I'm gonna be ripping it off too, because for my series, I'm doing the
Oh man,
same.
no. God, this is how it works. Like, Marvel Studios created the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and literally every other studio jumps on the trend and kills it. That's how it works.
Yeah,
And I mean,
because we're
I'd
doing
gladly
it
do
for.
too if I could make one series work successfully. Am I right?
Who all would like to see a Countdown spinoff?
Oh, yes.
Yes. I just love your version of Countdown. It's just for the Autobot cause, kill everything.
I don't think there ever was a series that focused on Countdown quite like anything that Kyle has done. I just don't think it's ever happened before. Countdown
Everyone
is like the
prepare for
bad
season
ape.
3.
Countdown's like bad ape in the Transformers stop motion world. The character you don't think would work whatsoever, but works so fucking well in execution.
You can thank that all to Connor. He just likes Countdown.
But yeah, in terms of expanded universe, because for my series, in season 2, it's all going to be basically prequels and stuff that's happening during the events of the first season. And in terms of kind of like why we do it as filmmakers, it's to give you like a perspective of like what else is happening besides the main story, and to, expand it.
The term is quite clear cut.
Slapper.
The term is, for people who don't understand what an expanded universe does and why it's done, just look at the two words that make up the term. Expanded universe. To make the universe bigger and to explore things that the current storyline doesn't. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy was a film that did not fit anywhere into the Avengers timeline or any of that setup.
Exactly.
It just sort of happened. And it's stuff like that that really enriches a universe full of awesome characters and just makes it all the more cool, all the more interesting, all the more worth watching.
Well,
Yeah,
it's funny
'cause-
you mention prequel things. There is one idea that I've had floating around for a while where it would be kind of like a mini series in the expanded universe, where it would just be focusing on like that Exodus day, showing all these different perspectives, and then use like some of the audio when like Optimus and Silverbolt go over the comms, and then the arc takes off. It would
Just
be like
one big episode that focuses, like, well, not like
basically,
one big
a
episode,
series
but
of
like
episodes,
a series.
but it's all just on that one day and just from a bunch of different people's perspectives.
Will there
I
be
actually
another
thought about
one with
doing that.
Slingshot in it? Because I'll be happy to voice him again.
He's dead.
He's well, it could be possible. I mean, it would be his death day again.
That's like, that was the first like voice you asked me to do, because like you were voicing for my series, and I said, hey, if you have any extra voices and all that, I'm always free. And I said, well, there's this one character. And it turns
Now
out
that
to
you
be
mention it, I want to kill you. in the episode.
and it turns out to be the one that goes
I won't tell
The
you
one
any
that
time.
nobody
We'll just
wanted.
read the script and find out.
because I watched the series like beforehand, and I knew about like Slingshot. I'm going like, okay, Slingshot is just in the background of the story. And then you said, hey, so do you know my series? And I'm like, yeah, I watch it. yeah, there's this one character named Slingshot. You know about that? I said, well, yeah. And then I do the lines, episode comes out. You don't even see him die on screen.
Yeah, that was the worst part for me. I was like, wow.
Also,
There
my
was
voice
such a
acting
build-up.
wasn't that good at the time.
That's okay.
That's excusable.
Well, in
I mean,
this,
I've heard worse voice
acting.
acting.
In the script, it did not read his death was on screen, so I didn't have to show it.
Wow, that's lazy.
Well, who
fucking
wrote the
there.
script?
Cop out.
Carl,
You could've-
you basically went ahead and blamed yourself as though you were someone else. It's like the script didn't say it, so I'm just gonna follow my own instructions.
Hell yeah, that's how it's done. So, though I can't take all the credit for that cop out. Dear Lockbot CRM here was also involved. It's a cop out.
That's me. Don't worry. about it.
Gasp.
Are we ever
Gasp.
gonna know?
What now?
Are we ever gonna know whether or not, like, who knows? Maybe it wasn't, like, there's this idea in my head of how he actually died, in the fact that he just slipped or something.
Oh,
No, I got it. I know exactly what happened.
What happened?
Brawl tried to shoot himself in the forehead. The bullet passed through his head because he had no brain. It's all empty. So the bullet passed through his head and hit Slingshot between the optics. Boom. Headshot.
so
×2.
I'm not opposed to going back and figuring out and clarifying exactly how he died.
My forehead.
But it's
It's
hold on, I'm handling something.
Wow. Wow.
It's like
Such suspense. Dead.
Oh,
it reminds me
Sorry.
real finally.
of the
This
nostalgia
live chat is
critic
kind
in
of crazy.
Suicide
Anyway,
Squad.
no. So what happened
Oh, yeah.
is we really wanted you to not know, because here's the deal. Silverbolt doesn't know. All Silverbolt knows is that Slingshot went to help out Optimus, which he didn't want him to do. And then I it's bad that I can't even remember. Kyle, do you remember, does he hear it over the comm link, or
Say it again.
how does Silverbolt finds out Slingshot's dead over the comm link, right?
No, he was like
Right
kind of like right
No, he
there.
was there.
You kind of heard a
No,
gunshot. They
Slingshot came down and was like, "Yo, get out of here!" And Silverbolt's
I'll
like,
fight
"Come
him
with
off."
us," and he's like, "No."
Connor just pointed out a funny fact.
I'm still needed for
Whoever
some
wrote the
reason.
story, it doesn't know what happened.
It
I'm
says
so-
to stand
I'm
here on
so
the
sorry.
big red X.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much that goes on.
You know where Optimus is. Apparently, he's at Chuck E. Cheese, but you don't remember what you already did. Wow.
I'm so sorry. Once an episode's up, I don't. It's
Go on.
my bad.
don't
I am
care anymore?
sorry. Slingshot died right in front of him. Okay, I am very. I apologize. This is why I have you people around, so my terrible memory can get back up.
But we all have bad memories too. We just able to call you from your bad memory.
Okay, so that's still my point. Is
Roasted.
still this, because I
are
do
you
know Silverbolt doesn't know exactly. Like Slingshot did die in front of him, but like Silverbolt doesn't know what caused it. He could have been shot. He could, who knows?
I mean, for all he knows.
So the point is, Silverbolt has this
Everything I said.
like not even really suspense. Is he has this unanswered question: how did Slingshot really die? Could I have been there to stop it? If he'd stayed with us, would he have not died? So the point is, there's doubt in Silverbolt's mind of if it could have been prevented or not. And the audience needs to feel that way too. Like, I want you to sympathize in that episode. We wanted you to sympathize with Silverbolt because you don't know exactly how it happens, and neither does Silverbolt. All you know is 1 minute Slingshot was alive, and the next minute he wasn't. And that question that's up in the air of, well, how did it happen? Is the point. So, sorry. that I forgot details, but it's
We're
still,
just
you
giving
know.
a hard time about it.
You're not forgiven.
I actually thought of something really funny. I can just imagine instead of him actually being killed, he just like, okay, time to play dead, and then Slingshot just lies on the ground and fakes a blaster shot, and then Swords are like, Slingshot, no, and he goes over to him and he's like, play dead, play dead.
Plot twist. Plot twist, Slingshot never wanted to be a warrior. Optimus gave him a chance to... Optimus said to him, look, if you fight with me right now, I will give you a scholarship to the Academy of the Arts. This is your
He's like,
first performance.
my big break.
I'll finally become a painter.
John is saying he thinks.
Listen, Sorbald, you're just a little too clingy, alright? And he just freaking acts like he's dead.
Just because I am needy does not mean that I am not a good bot. I care for you more than anyone else.
Yet again, a little clingy.
Get back here, you
Weird.
son of a bitch, or I will slap you silly.
No.
This is why he played that, you guys. This is the true backstory. Exposing United.
So okay,
Hey guys, it's Scarcer. So anyway,
John wants to know. He thinks this is his fan theory. He's got no evidence. He says he thinks Wild Rider killed him. And I see. Here's the reason I'm picking this out is because a lot of people have asked. There's a lot of discussion about Wild Rider. Wild Rider is not a part of the universe. Wild Rider is not a character. He, as far as you're concerned, Off-Road has been the 5th Stunticon since day one. Yeah, we did the thing with Slingshot and how Alpha Bravo replaced him, but in terms of the Stunticons, Wild Rider was never a part of the team in United. So just because Kyle doesn't have that toy. That's why.
That's exactly why.
Did they make one?
They did.
Yeah.
But it was just like how Slingshot was, where you got to go out of your way to find him. Really. Kyle wasn't to having any of that.
Marvelous Prime wants to know if we'll ever introduce RC or Orion into the expanded universe.
Orion is in Orion Pax?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Trans, now that you're here, would you like to say anything about that?
About the
Well, introduce yourself.
Since you're Optimus Prime and all.
I am voice Optimus Prime. You know, yeah. I'm that one guy. The guy that's yeah. Ooh, be happy for me.
Be happy for you. You killed people and ran away.
Shh, that's the best part about the role.
Justice.
Well, I mean, I didn't run away like a little
when you
bitch.
get praised for it.
It's perfect. As soon as you joined the series, we wrote you off.
No, you know what? It's because they kept recasting the Optimus character. And they're like, you know what? We're sick of recasting him. You're probably gonna run away too, so just write him off. That's what happened.
We have a recast first with Optimus Prime and Prowl roles. And that's why there's been so many different versions of each.
I can imagine just each time it's just like some weird knack that you have. It's like, okay, each episode it changes to someone else.
It's like what happened with
episodes and then nothing. Trans.
It's like what happens on Game
I
of Thrones.
will
They keep
say-
changing the actors out. Seeing if anyone will notice.
on the topic of Orion packs, we did. If you've seen the most recent episode with episode 22 with the Soundwave flashback, there is an Easter egg included that the council is about to play audience to a gladiator from Kaon and a clerk from Iacon. and that's hinted that obviously it's Megatron and Orion Pax coming to the council. In the story, the story is that Megatron wants to change everything, and they deem him, he's too violent. And then Optimus explains his vision. They're like, "Holy crap, this guy's awesome! We should make him Optimus Prime." So we hinted that Orion Pax is part of the universe in that little Easter egg. So after Soundwave and Brainstorm gave their pitch about the prosthetics and got horrifically rejected, that Easter egg was thrown in there that, up next we've got a clerk from Iacon and a gladiator from Kaon. So that's Orion Pax is part of the universe. It's just an Easter egg at this point.
How many world-shattering important meetings happened on the exact same day?
As far as we know, those two.
It just so happens that day is also the day that Kyle decided to kill me.
It was also the day they found contraband in Countdown's locker. The first time.
The first time.
For more information on how that little meeting went, you could just watch Transformers Exodus, which was done by Zero One Trans Fan. If you want to know more about what happened there. They're not technically in the same universe, but
they are now.
For those who are uninformed, if you don't understand that little Easter egg, that's where you should go.
Laser Daz.
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Look who is here.
What? Is this working now? Because earlier I was.
Yeah, we can hear you. I just literally.
Oh my god! I can hear you guys too. I was having a horrible time trying to hear you guys.
Yeah,
I just
thanks
spent,
Google.
2 minutes
talking about your series.
Yeah, I was literally just plugging your.
Wait, we're talking about what?
Your series.
We were talking about plugging in your series into their series.
My series, as in
as in Transformers Exodus.
Yeah, if you saw the latest episode of Transformers United, there was an Easter egg about Orion Pax and Megatron.
I did. I literally paused the episode. I was like, "Yay!" And I looked at Kat. She was like, "What?" It's an Exodus thing. It's probably not in reference to my series specifically, but
it counts nonetheless.
I was just saying, if people who don't understand that reference, they should just go to your series. That might help a lot.
Well, cool. I didn't think that actually was in reference to my series specifically. I thought it was just the book.
Well, I made it happen.
Oh,
boom, canon.
It's still a thing that happened, but
stop.
Speculation leak confirmed.
Let me find it. They're wanting to know. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out.
They want to know. Hold on.
Laser Daz asked, "Do we plan on doing more dark stories or psychological stories?"
Please do.
Both.
They're both. You can't have the cycle.
Well, I feel like we do a really good balance of funny and dark and psychological. Because we opened the darn series on Bumblebee getting brutally murdered.
Yeah.
That was a long time fucking coming.
Yeah, I know.
It was a long time coming where you start a series where he dies.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can imagine Optimus saying, "Remember, Shorty's in the front row." And then just gets blasted.
This series ain't for you.
Get out of here, dude.
Gosh.
Can we do Can you do an episode on Bumblebee and how no one likes him, and that's why he was put on the front line?
It's called The Life of Prime.
Yeah, I've got one thing to say to that. Hey, Prime.
Prime.
Hey, Prime.
Hey, Prime.
Hello.
We just all chant it.
Right. No, you know what I want to
Come here,
Everyone
I need you as a
go.
meat shield.
Hey, Prime.
No, I want to see it. I want to see a 3-way fight between Life of Prime Optimus, Hey Prime, and Hey Optimus.
Hey, Optimus.
The ultimate death battle.
Should I let the Decepticons know where we're going?
I also, Kyle, I've noticed there hasn't been a curse word counter yet.
In the life of Prime?
Yeah, in the life of Prime, there hasn't been a curse word counter.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
There's too many, dude. That would take forever.
For Transformers
It's
United,
like 20 something for the first episode alone.
any line that Stealthabot says, he's the only one who's cursed in the series.
Wait, I'm the only one?
Yeah.
Wait, which one did I say?
You said the word poop.
You've ad-libbed a few lines, and they always had a curse word in.
And we stuck it in.
You know, yeah. Do you mind if I talk about that a little bit?
Like,
Go for it.
Like, they realized that the Stunticons are at the Autobot base and immediately did. And oh, shit! I didn't write that in there.
Oh, I remember that. All right, so whenever I get a script, when I do voice acting and whatnot, they will all tell you this. I am literally the worst with sticking to what is written in the script. I like to really sort of look at the outline for what is there and really sort of come up with a couple of things on the spot. It kind of makes it more natural. Sometimes it leads to better material, such as shit.
It's true. I like it when you do that.
It's one of those things, like, coming from being a performer in theater and stuff in my personal real life, it just makes it all the more fun and interesting. Yes, I have a real life outside of, being a pathetic dweeb on the
I don't know.
Stop lying.
How do you balance a real life and being on the internet, though?
To answer that question, you kind of don't. You kind of have to sacrifice one to the other from time to time.
That's why you sacrifice the real life.
No, I kind of sacrificed the internet one lately.
Well, get good, scrub, and sacrifice your real life.
Give it time. I'm in my final year.
That's what we've all done. That's why we're here.
Yeah, I'll be a scrub like all of you. It will come. My time will come.
Hey.
But yeah, that's a little bit later for me.
As an actor, like on stage and whatnot, it just sort of makes sense to sort of find additional things that the character would say, get into the head of the character, really sort of think of who they are and who I would be if I were them, and just sort of say stuff in addition to what's already there and sort of try and see what will happen.
Right. So here's a question Hunter and I were bouncing around a little bit earlier today. We wanted to ask it like specifically to all the cast members, pretty much like, what would you want for your characters to do? Or what would you think?
Oh man!
If you know what's going to happen and you have spoilers, just
don't say them. I don't
spoil, or if you are going to, make it like you're not spoiling.
Well, I'll save my stuff for last. If anyone else cares to speak. No, I don't want to go first.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Oh, wait, this doesn't apply to him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
To do, and maybe.
What are you talking about?
They were asking, what would you like to see happen with your characters? You're dead. Who cares if you think?
I like to see the rotten corpse.
No, we want to see him get his art school scholarship and perform stage acting.
We could go that route. You could also talk about Ramjet.
Oh yes, Ramjet. I actually want to really do Ramjet again.
Ooh.
Are you leading up to anything, or is it just a one-time thing?
One shall find out.
Well, judging by what they've done with you previously, you're probably gonna get killed off in the first episode you show up. Again.
I'm gonna say 3 lines and then done.
You're like
a meat shield, man, for the greater good.
You're like Paul Bettany in the Iron Man movies. Just turn up for like an hour's worth of recording for an entire movie and just get your paycheck and go. That's it.
Yep.
You don't even have to do the press tour. It's fine.
Trans, anything you want your characters to do in season 3?
Die. Applying to every other character, not mine.
That's an interesting question.
I'm trying to make people think here.
I don't like thinking. How dare you? I hate thinking.
You're getting an education. Use your brain.
Can I skip this education? Can I ditch?
No, you could ditch real school.
Well, I mean, you already
Can
did.
I drop out of education?
You already died, so
But-
I mean. All right, wait. So, did everyone else kind of say what they wanted? Because
Yes.
Connor, anything
All
you
right.
want Sunspeaker do? Do you dismember?
oh wait, who's playing Sunstreaker?
What?
Who's playing Sunstreaker?
A person.
Oh,
Say what you said again.
I would like to see Sunstreaker be dismembered so I don't have to voice him anymore.
ouch.
Seems legit enough.
Yeah.
All right, that'll be the next character I kill when I come back. I'll put it on my priority list. But
Very quiet.
I'm trying to think of
Indeed.
what I'd want to happen with my characters. Like, because at the moment I have 2, and then I have, I think, 1 more. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm voicing Silverbolt / Cyclonus, Dead End, and then First Aid, and that's it, right?
Like, what exactly would you like for Dead End?
Yeah, like, what is there? Like, I'm trying to make sure that's all that I have.
More nihilism.
To finally look at a map?
Damn.
Ba-doom.
You know what I want Dead End to do? If the Stunicons aren't all like wiped out totally, I just want Dead End to live the fine life. I want him to live his best life. I want him to be like, you know what? It's been real. I'm gonna go to Vegas, race on the strip, gamble a little bit, have a good time. That's what I want for Dead End. I want him to retire as, like, a millionaire or something. Maybe lead a mafia later on in his life. Something.
And then get shot in the head.
No, and die off screen.
I want him to be driven to insanity by getting stopped at a dead end.
He just doesn't know what to do with himself anymore.
No. Dead end ends up in a crossroads and he dies of insanity because he only knows dead ends and then he's at a crossroads.
No, what he's doing is that he's driving in the city, and then he meets a dead end. He tries to turn around. There's another dead end there. And
No,
he's
you know
just
what? That
stuck
would
in a
be
loop.
That would be actually. I want to do a serious answer now. I want Dead End to be driven insane too. Like Cyclonus already kind of sort of was. If I'd want a Stunicon to go nuts, I'd want Dead End to be that one. I don't know. I think that would be interesting.
Well, I think
Like maybe Dead End goes nuts. Maybe he pulls a Prime and runs away or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he kills his fellow Stunicons. Just something unexpected. I want Cyclonus. It would be really funny if Cyclonus just kind of left. No apparent
To a
reason.
Chuck E. Cheese.
To a Chuck E. Cheese.
That's where all our characters go. Bumblebee's there.
That's the
All our
afterlife.
dead
It's Chuck E.
characters
Cheese.
go to Chuck E. Cheese.
I swear to God, if you guys don't do an expanded universe episode at the end of United where all the dead characters are at a Chuck E. Cheese, I
Kyle, that's a good idea, and I please, you got to know where I'm thinking I'm gonna put it.
Put it in Life of Prime as one of the like
It's an expanded universe that we've
multiverses.
planned. It's the expanded universe one that we've planned and haven't done yet.
The one we think is hilarious but haven't done anything about.
Yes,
The robot heavens from
I
Revenge of
think
the
it goes
Fallen.
there. Maybe that's one of the places that the protagonists in that one visit.
Slingshot and Blackjack, they're both there because they're both dead. We'll throw Megatron in.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Blackjack
Oh,
is
we can throw
dead.
Megatron and Shockwave in there.
Yes.
No,
Well,
no. Have the
Megatron-
afterlife be basically this giant bar, and you see all of the characters who got really shit deaths, just to be looking at, just sitting at like the chairs, looking depressed.
You know, it
It
would
would be a
actually.
good way to introduce
Yo.
Swerve.
Wave.
Yo, I got a funny idea. This is a great idea. All right, so for those of you who do not know what this is, there's a game called Town of Salem, and it's a game that
Oh.
several of us
Oh,
have
boy.
actually played together. And basically, in this game, you're trying to survive each night. You might have a special ability or something, and you're just trying to win by staying alive. If you die, unless if you're one of those people who decides to refresh your browser and go into a new match, you see the fallout of what happens with all the other players, and you're just kind of there talking with the other people who died. And you're just sort of watching what happens.
Oh, so they're just like.
It would be really cool if, in the expanded universe or something, the characters who died are just watching the events that are unfolding with their fellow peers.
That could be cool.
That would be
I
And
can
the
imagine
first
just
episode-
Slingshot just going, seriously, dude, all this for me?
It's like, Jesus.
I got it.
Yep,
First,
The
you
first-
disobey orders.
problem.
Then you go off by yourself, get captured, and turn into a psychopath.
But I think that the first, like, the opening of the sequence should be Bumblebee just falling on his face. All of a sudden, a foot, like, stomps on the ground right in front of him, and a hand is offered to him. He looks
Bumblebee can
up.
finally get a speaking line in it, and it'll be, hey,
It's
Prime.
Slingshot. It's Slingshot. And he and Slingshot are just sitting in this purgatory, Chuck E. Cheese with a bar, watching on a TV screen as Silverbolt's being a dick, as, what else happens? As Optimus runs away like a little bitch.
Megatron makes a
Sports
comment about
channel.
it.
Megatron's making a
Megatron,
comment
you
like,
know, dies
"How
like a wuss.
Just like,
you know-
can we just switch this over to the sports channel? I don't want to watch this anymore. Just let's watch some Energon Ball.
Let's watch some lobbing.
Which means the most recent addition is Alpha Bravo. So Alpha Bravo and Slingshot are just chilling out.
Like,
You just-
oh,
you
so
just
you're
have
the
a
one who
whole-
replaced me.
We
Hey.
have a whole scene where Alpha Bravo's just like, hey, Slingshot. Hey, Slingshot. Hey, Slingshot. Oh my god, could I die again? I never thought I'd say this.
Oh
but I
my
want
God,
to
he's the
die
annoying
a
orange.
second time.
we could totally get Bradley to do Shockwave in the background, just going, please make it end. Please, please make it end.
He's just like separated from the group, crouching. But anyway, I have to go now, so yeah.
Oh, all right.
Bye.
Deuce.
Bye.
And the
Bye-bye.
the one other thing that I would want to happen to another character, like my one last character, First Aid. And I'm saying this as the last thing that I want to say before I leave the stream, because it's late and I'm tired.
Was-
But here's the last thing that I want to happen with one of my characters, and that would be First Aid. I want him to have like his own little arc where he not only discovers the truth about himself, but he actually opens up about it with the rest of his fellow Autobots. I want him to come out as gay and have a gay romance. Bye.
Jesus.
I just
What a
said
great-
no.
What a great send off.
Crikey.
No better way than that, right?
Goodness.
Oh, I'm sticking my eyes right now from sheer pain. Oh,
I just imagine you just like face palming and just rubbing your forehead, just like, God damn it.
Oh, I just said no to that earlier.
Poor Kyle.
Oh. The idea of having to
Just
film
do
that is horrifying.
It's like, no.
No, it's what?
Mark, First Aid is not a part of United yet, but we have announced that they're going to be a part of season 3. All the Protectobots.
It's Combiner Wars. It's probably gonna make it in.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
The Protectobots will be in season 3, and now that we're one episode away from their reveal, it's not a big deal.
You're just like, it's not a big deal. Let's just spoil the whole script. I'm just kidding.
I'll just go ahead and tell you how it ends. How about
what
that?
happens now? Everybody
That'd be
dies.
amazing.
It only makes sense.
Everybody dies of food poisoning,
Dysentery.
dysentery.
Yay!
Oh,
They all get scurvy and they die.
Will Swindle be crazy? No, we have not. We have not wanted Swindle to be crazy.
I don't know. There is one inspiration I want for Swindle. I don't think it'll make it in.
Is it the animated Swindle?
No. Think more along the lines of Billy Mays.
It's actually
Oh
legit.
my God. Do you want some crap you don't need? Well, come on down to Swindle's shop.
I just sawed this boat in half.
I just sawed this boat in half. What does that have to do with tape? Love you, Phil.
I just
Slap it on with the might of Zeus. Have some patience.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
That's not that much damage.
How about a little more? Jesus! Someone don't try this. Someone he came in here with a knife and a chainsaw. Send help, please.
That's what they do, right? Just starts like slapping flex tape on everything. Flex tape.
And he's on the water. Oh God, I'm sorry.
So, people in the comments are saying that's a lot of damage. Oh goodness. So let's walk through something I've wanted to cover. Is the Soundwave timeline, because there are 3 things that you need to know. Well, no. Yeah, so there are 2 things. There are 2 things you need to pay attention to in terms of episodes. I don't know. Is the Victorion spinoff? Is it done? Is it uploaded?
What?
Is the Victorion spinoff uploaded, or are you still privatized it?
It's still private.
Okay.
But I mean, it's been online for over a year now.
Yes, it has. So there's 3 things. There's 2 things you need to pay attention to. Episode 22 and the Victorion spinoff. There's a very interesting timeline there. Episode 22 is the golden age of Cybertron, like before the war, before anything. So you're looking at before. I know they obviously have faction symbols on them because it's you can't erase those. But Soundwave and Brainstorm, there's no, like, they even hint about it that the Autobot Initiative is some legislation that's about to be passed. So, like, episode 22 takes place during a time when there's no factions on Cybertron. It's before the war at all.
Well, because they talk about bringing in Megatron and Orion for their next appointment.
Yeah, and that was another hint that this when that happens. And so all that takes place very, very early on in Cybertronian history. Now, then you get him imprisoned, and that's where the Victorion spinoff picks up, because it picks up and you get to see him. You get to see him break out of prison, how he gets out, and then it jumps forward to after we have encountered him in season 2. So there's a point in season 2 that we've already seen where Soundwave leaves. He says he's got to attend to something, and he leaves Cyclonus on the aerial bot ship that Soundwave has commandeered. So the point is there's some jumping around, but you get to see all of Soundwave's timeline from before he was evil to him turning evil. Then he gets imprisoned. Then he breaks out of prison. Then you see him come to Earth and do his thing with what we see during season 2. And then during the spinoff, you get to see after that what he's doing in the meantime while he's gone, and then that'll lead into the season 2 finale. So there, the timeline jumps around a little bit, but you know, when you pay attention to what Soundwave's doing, you can tell what's going on. Yay!
It's good narrative writing. I
just stumbled through that explanation. I'm so sorry.
You stumbled.
Oh, two other things real quick. Easter egg wise, we talked about the Optimus and Megatron Easter egg. There are 2 other Easter eggs in terms of the Japanese ID numbers for the Transformers, the original G1 toys. Devastator, when the actual combination of putting them together into Devastator, the Constructicons, during episode 22, he says it's phase 37, and 37 is the Japanese ID number for the Devastator Constructicons gift set. So that's why it's specifically phase 37. It's referencing the Japanese thing. And then another reference to a Japanese ID number is Soundwave is actually cell D17, which his ID number is 17 on the G1 Soundwave toys. So those 2 little Easter eggs are thrown in there. Like whenever we do numbers or years or really anything that's an arbitrary date or something, we tend to reference other things. So I don't know if people were like, wow, phase 37, that's the big number. It's because that's the Decepticon number in the original Japanese Devastator tour.
I think the bomb Sunstreaker diffused, the number for that was like the first release date of G1.
Yeah, it was. We put because the bomb was nicknamed the Bombshell, and so we also used it's a D45 84.
Yeah, something like that.
Anyway, it's Bombshell's ID number and the 1984, the year when Transformers came out. So we throw those things in there from time to time.
That's really clever. I really like that.
Well, thank you.
Thank you indeed.
I have to step away for a moment. I will be right back. So if I don't answer, that's why.
Okay.
Okay.
I should find the this here live chat because I have no idea where he was. Where was Hunter in the phase of questions? Optimus should let the Decepticons know where we are. Oh, hey, Optimus. Dang it. Hey, Optimus. Let the Decepticons know where we are. Wonderful. Exactly what I was hoping for. Any questions from cast members about the series? Just specifically while I'm here because I was letting Hunter run all the questions.
I don't really have a question about it. I just really like where it's going. I'm intrigued.
Okay. Zimardi, what was the burnouts incident that Sunstreaker caused? Essentially, it's this kind of this subtle thing that Sunstreaker decided that he was going to do burnouts in the base, And every time anyone references anything that someone bad does, it's always in reference to Sunstreaker doing burnouts in the base. And everyone being pissed off at him.
Well, he shouldn't do fucking burnouts in the base.
Yes.
Why is it
Some people have been very excited in the live chat.
why'd you do that?
Because I'm trying not to get in trouble here.
Get in trouble. Do it.
Yeah. I'm damn it. You know, it's bad when you try to be clean in your language and then you go and blow it.
You ruined it.
So, I will throw this out there. I will see your guys' response to that. But while we have been in this little live stream here, Hunter and I were talking about doing something fun when it was kind of close to wrapping things up and doing kind of like this joke live script reading, and I've been kind of writing it the whole time we've
Oh my god.
All right, sorry. I had to go do some
Good
preparations for our road trip tomorrow.
You're going.
Roadhouse.
I'm going to visit. This summer, I did that internship in Jonesboro, Arkansas. And before I go back to school, I'm going to go back and visit everybody that, all my friends that I made over the summer.
Ooh.
So it'll be fun.
Oh god.
What was that?
Okay.
Hello?
No,
Hey.
and almost
I wish he'd just let it play. I'd have been fine with it. He just let it play and then he muted it. All of a sudden, I liked it.
I think it's because I responded.
What'd I miss?
I was just sort of leaning into the idea that we could do a live script reading that I have been writing the entirety of the time we have been here.
Yes.
Yay, I will share document then.
Cool.
Google Drive. So
While we're waiting, let us know in the comments, what do you guys want to see in the season 2 finale, which is next episode? What do you think's going to happen? It's already
all-
written.
It's
but-
all been it's all been Bumblebee's dream the whole time.
God, you figured it out.
So all of you in your email should be getting the
I got it.
hodgepodge of a script that I wrote the entire time. I've been fluctuating because people have been.
Oh.
Someone else got it.
Oh. Oh.
Ooh.
We did it.
We do things.
Open up in the world.
So I mean, this is just for just for the heck of it, really.
Just for poops and giggles.
This is great. I love doing these live script readings. They make me so happy.
Yeah, this has been really tricky because people have been coming and going, and I'm like, dang it, they just left, and I wrote them in.
God dang it!
Now they have to be removed. No! But it will feature the voice talents of everyone here.
Yeah.
I will. You're gonna eat this glue.
Oh, thank God! I've been starving the whole time.
So Hunter, I was actually gonna ask if you would be the narrator for this one. Everything that should be narrated should be in italic.
What voice do you want me to narrate?
Hank Hill.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we ready to go?
Everyone ready? Anyone want to bail out?
I'm ready.
I'm tempted to bail. Well, we'll see what happens next.
All right.
Good to go?
Yes.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for making it into this portion of the live stream. This is a live reading of a Transformers United skit. Some of the Autobots and Stunticons are gathered in the hub of their base, simply partaking in friendly conversation to pass the time. Propane.
Thanks again, Ironhide, for letting us kick back and hang out here. Anything beats rolling with Soundwave.
While I'm rather hesitant about this alliance, I do appreciate the extra hands on deck we got here.
Of course. And if any of my Stunticons give you trouble, just let me know, and it won't happen again.
Well, now that you mention it, Dragstrip keeps taking all my tools, and I'd like that to stop.
Consider it finished.
Oh, I'm Dragstrip. Whoops. Sorry. I forgot what Dragstrip's voice is.
Something like that.
What? This is crap.
And Off-Road keeps filling down rocks into shanks so he can, quote, gank any phonies who look at him funny, end quote.
Well, this isn't prison, Off-Road. No shanks while we're in a guest's home.
And lastly, the other day, Sunstreaker decided to peel out and burn rubber in my quarters while I was resting.
Ratchet, Sunstreaker's one of our boys.
Well, I don't care. If he's going to act uncivilized, he might as well be a Stunticon.
Yeah. Sure. Narrator.
Oh. I've got so much to do, and I'm responding to the live chat, too.
Narrator. Oh.
Sunstreaker approaches them, clearly in a good mood. Propane.
Hey, Ratchet. Dead and I just had a burnout contest in your quarters. I won by a technicality.
Dare I ask how you can win by a technicality?
Oh, that's what's funny. Dead End's brakes gave out and he ended up wrecking into a bunch of your stuff.
Sunstreaker skips off happily. Propane. I'm doing the live chat. I'm gonna kill him, Ironhide. I'm gonna watch him die slowly on my operating table, and I will laugh.
Look, between Starscream, Soundwave, and Off-Road, I've had my fill of crazy. I don't need any more, or else me and my boys, we're packing out.
Mirage comes running in, panicked. Propane.
You guys, he's loose. He's escaped.
A large red robot bursts into the room, announcing his presence to the world. Propane.
Oh, God.
My name is Countdown. I've come to chew bubblegum and slaughter Decepticons by the millions. And I'm all out of gum.
I swear, Motormaster, we've kept him sedated so y'all wouldn't meet up. Please don't leave us.
Decepticons on the base! I have to add them to my massive kill count for the Autobot Claw!
What did I miss?
The glorious Optimus Prime!
Yep, I'm out.
Optimus Prime leaves. The Stunticons follow. Propane.
Yep, we're out too. Have fun with Soundwave, freaks.
No, don't go. Dang it, Countdown.
Nobody likes you, Countdown.
Bullshit! I'm the most beloved character!
And scene.
Yeah, I didn't get much farther than that. That's it.
It's so lovely.
Whew,
Damn it, I
that was
missed it.
good.
Damn.
I like literally. So you guys just started doing it, and I'm like, wait. I missed out on a goddamn live reading. Sign me the frick up.
Yeah, originally
I'm
I
like,
had
yo,
you
can you
written in
guys
an
send me the script and nothing? I feel betrayed.
Yeah, I had you written in
So
as
this is
Optimus
what-
part, and then you left, and Trans showed up, and I was like, okay, I'll just change the name real quick.
So this is how Silverbolt felt. And now I feel like the Matt Damon of Jimmy Kimmel Live, but this is United.
Originally, what I'd written was that, Cyclonus shows up and Countdown charges him, and then, runs headfirst into a wall.
Oh, man.
Propane.
Yes,
Propane.
like the extent
Oh
of
my god, that was so funny.
right there.
Well, in any case, I missed the live reading, so oh well.
Oh,
Rip me.
Oh.
See y'all on the flip side.
all right. We'll see you around.
Wait, he didn't get to his gay arc.
Goodness gracious, Lord. Dying currently. Kyle,
Yes.
there is someone in the chat who desperately wants you to know that he's the actor of Transformers United as Sunstreaker, and his name is Bumblebee Flemister.
What is that?
No, I can confirm that's me.
I'm just saying, he's saying it over and over and over and over and over again, and I know it's not true. You know it's not true.
Liar!
So it must be true.
I mean,
Sorry, Bumblebee.
Sorry.
No matter how much you say it, it's not true. You don't voice Sunstreaker for us.
I'm pretty sure that Dear Connor has been Sunstreaker for a while now.
Yeah, Connor is Sunstreaker, and unless Connor is Bumblebee Flemister, which I don't think he is,
That's definitely not me. I'll tell you that.
because he hates Bumblebee.
Yeah, I've heard him rant about that for long periods of time.
So anyway, I just figured it like literally that's the 15th time I've seen a message about it. So
Like, hey, I voice Sunstreaker.
So I am the actor of Transformers United as Sunstreaker. Okay. Foxy, the cute little fox. I subscribed to him when he was All Hail Megatron 1000. Yeah, I made the name change recently because it's less of a mouthful now, and I hated the previous name always.
Your name could be For the Autobot Cause 1000.
that would be phenomenal.
For the Autobot Cause 1000. Okay.
This is fine.
This is fine.
I am very okay with that. I am also okay with it being a number of profane things, but I need to refrain from those.
So,
any more United questions, or would you say that pretty much covers it?
that pretty much covers it.
Oh, wait. WWE Fan 01. Can I give you a script of a skit and you say it here in the stream if I leave it in the comments section?
I'm fine with that if you are.
I mean, I'm okay with it. Alas, we wait. Pissed myself.
Propane.
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 Every time I said it, I got progressively farther away from the mic, and I really hope that registered.
It did not, but now.
I heard
dang
you get something slightly quieter. I'm just like, that just makes it even better.
Yeah, every time I just distant. Oh,
Yeah, Countdown does not masturbate.
it does not glorify the Autobot cause.
What the?
I mean, Bobby, you're Galvatron, so if you actually want to go through with that.
I actually, I did get a question. Kat, who's laying right next to me, she asked a question for you guys.
Shoot.
If you could voice any other character in the show, who would you want to voice?
I'm pretty content with my characters. I like Minosaur. Trans, is there any other characters you would like to voice?
Me? No, I like being Mirage.
No, I'm not saying that with my Obama voice. No.
Oh.
I will say, those words, that subject matter is not presidential. Okay, I do not appreciate profanity and immature themes.
Now to divorce Michelle.
Jeez. Just feels the need to announce it. Now to divorce Michelle.
I mean, you improv'd it for my abridged thing, and now it's like my favorite thing that ever was said. Like, here. Power stop a bunch of Optimus Prime from acting stupidly. Now I have to go divorce Michelle.
Sandstorm, because he wants to be included but never is.
It's starting to look like that pretty much sums it up for this stream here.
Sums it up for me.
All right.
All right.
Want to take us out with a For the Autobot cause? All right. Do that, and I'll press the stop broadcast button. Stop opening.
Thank you all for watching.
Thanks for having me on. What I could be on.
Subscribe to these dudes because I told you to. These dudes.
Jeez.
All right, go. For the Autobot cause!